Hello guys, we're going to talk about Alan Walker theory and the Noahs. As we recall that the guy that created all of the Akumas are Millennium Earl. Millennium Earl is the one that is against God, the Great Flood and the Great Apostles, meaning that he's against humanity to be saved. Reason we don't know. We just know that Millennium Earl met with Alan Walker at the first story, where his master was greatly involved. His master wanted Alan. I guess he wanted to kill Alan first, then he just thought, no, let's wait. Let's wait to see where this is getting. He knew that Alan Walker is the one destined to be the great 14th, because he's the part of the story. The story which we don't know fully about. All we know is that Millennium Earl was desperate looking for new accomplices called Noahs. Noahs is the one they are granted banished by God. They are the human genes. Like Road. Road is the first Noah as we know it. We know that they can hide our skin of humans' bodies, but we don't know where that leaves us. Because Noahs were once humans, we know that. But the problem with Noahs was that when they died of the illness, they become Noahs. Because the hate God so much that they gave them this disease. We know that in this story, Mana kills Nea and devours him, and he was so devastated by his brother lost, which we know at the time with the story that we have seen thanks to the mangaka artist. He was so devastated that he discarded the Millennium Earl status that he had. He walked down the path of humans. And by eons, the Akumas and the Norse were just chasing down the Millennium Earl and watched him completely devastated and destroyed with his alter ego, that is Mana Walker, with Nea Walker and Millennium Earl. Sometimes before that, Nia and Crossmare made a backup plan. They planned memories of Nia were implanted by them with his human memories so that they would eventually consume the man entirely and turn him into Nia. For reasons unknown to anyone, this man never aged and he reversed for about 20 years until he and his body became a child, unaware of his condition. He gladly met a lonely clown calling himself Mana Walker. The boy then, for some reason, started to age normally again, as we know about his story. He befriended the clown, and when the clown's dog Alen died, the child took the dog's name. After the dog has died. And on that story, we know that Millennium Earl, Akamana Walker, was just passing by, and his employment was that he was a clown and he used his dog to create shows. And there was some dude that was really, really jealous of his success, wanted to take down, Mana Walker, and I guess, to start the process of the apocalypse and the heart. And and the heart was on that story, and he was disguised as normal human, and he wanted so much to kill Millennium Earl and start the search of the heart war. Uh, just a brief explanation for all of this. We know that Mana D. Campbell was pinned down and devoured by Nea, and they were just separate right now. He was unable to live with himself that we know it. He was growing more and more mad. He was starting to blame himself, was going insane, that he just couldn't take the position of Millennium Earl anymore. He included even blasted his own face just to get rid of that face. While the house was destroyed, the self-mana Campbell never left. It found itself a new host, but it assumed the identity of Mana Walker as we know it. By chance of fate, he later met Alen, then died and got returned as a Kuma before finally dying again. And later he turned himself into Millennium Earl. It is actually the same process when Alan Walker wanted to bring Mana back. He wanted to bring Mana back so much that he made him into a skeleton. Then Mana Walker was completely saddened that the boy bring him back, so he tried to attack him and injured his left or right eye, I don't know. He became a exorcist and a host for the 14th, I believe. So, exorcist and half Noah, interesting. By the art there. Yeah, I guess she wanted to portray that we have either good side and a dark side within us, within our souls, I guess. What we did realize on the story is that Alan Walker was actually reborn, I think, thanks to the healings of life. The thing is, though, is the that we know is that Alan Walker was a bookman before in his early past life, and he had a master. I don't know his name, but he was a bookman. They were called Lawi, and they were first different entities, but now they are in one at each souls because of the exorcist, because of the exorcist that hunts the heart. He didn't manage to retrieve the heart though, but he did manage to subdue some damage to the thing. We know perhaps that the theory of Alan Walker is a bookman. Like perhaps he just lost his memories at that time because of his innocence. The story goes that there was a bookman called Levi that's basically the holy grail of information, and that for some reason the heart, the thing, the innocence, wants to get the hold of the information because they worry that the Nea family and the innocence will cause the holy war to expand. And the innocent called maybe the heart attacks Lavi and the boy called Red. Because of the dangerous situation and Cross Marion, uh, the Akka innocent heart was attacking Lavi and someone called Red that is very similar to Alan Walker, if it's not him. Then he attacked and started to damaged the memories of Red or Alan Walker. And to survive, Levi combined with Alan Walker, and therefore he became a child to survive the attack, of course. And the Healers of Light made a barrier so he could protect them both from harm's way from the innocent and Akumas that went haywire. And honestly thought about it, perhaps it isn't Alan Walker we're talking about, maybe it's his family we're talking about. Maybe it is his brother or a father, because it makes sense, because the Cross Marion said before him that he does remember that the type of Alan Walker being a child. He remembers Alan Walker as grown up. A name called Red. Perhaps the theory will actually work in a sense. Because let us think about it. The Holy Grail is about innocence. Everyone wants to have the innocence for themselves. The innocent thingy called the heart wants to create a new heart which will grant people the innocence to suppress the demons as we speak. Well, let us think about the Earl, why the heart hasn't showed itself. It says that the heart will show itself as a tree of healer's life when the Earl is complete. But let us say that the new Earl isn't complete because of the memories he lost, because of the foundation he has. It says that he created the innocence and gave the human innocence. So that means he's the wheel called Nirvana. He gives people the joy and then he takes away the joy, like death itself. But the problem is that if the Earl isn't complete, then who should be the new Earl? Because the Earl wants the innocence for himself. The Earl wants to create the Kumas as innocence because he believes he's the only Earl and he is the God himself. But what if there's another Earl that is waiting to be complete, that the heart thingy is searching for? I don't know his name, but it's a really difficult name to say. So bear me, it's the glass thingy guy that looks like a priest. You know what I mean? The one that nearly destroyed Alan Walker in the past and now. Perhaps in search for a new heart. That's it.